Hello, I'm Serena Darty, and today I'm going to be teaching a group of second graders, and I'm going to be teaching them a math lesson on subtraction within 100. I'm using the Envisions 2.0 curriculum, and I'm also using Google Slides to present to the students. Hello, students. Welcome. It's so good to see you. How are you today? I would allow them to tell me how they are, yell out things just for a minute. All right, so let's look at our learning target today. I will read it once and then I'll do it with the moves, and then we're going to do it twice together with the moves. All right, I will be able to use place value to subtract two-digit numbers. All right, now I'm going to do it very slowly with the moves, so watch me first. I will be able to use place value to subtract two-digit numbers. All right, now you're going to do it with me. We'll do it slowly the first time, a little faster the next. All right, I will be able to use place value to subtract two-digit numbers. All right, let's do it a little faster. I will be able to use place value to subtract two-digit numbers. All right, let's get into our lesson. So today we are going to look at vocabulary first, and then I'm going to teach you how to regroup two-digit numbers minus two-digit numbers. All right, so the first vocabulary word is digit. Digit means one number. So let's take a look at that. All right, the number 1 is one digit. If I add a 5 to it, how many digits are there now? I would allow someone at this point to raise their hand and answer me. Awesome job. Kiss your brain. All right, let's add another number. How many digits does 153 have? I would allow another student to raise their hand and answer. Absolutely. Big pat on the back. 153 has 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. 3 digits because each number is a digit. Great job. That leads us into our next vocabulary word, place value. Place value is the value of a digit in a number. So the value of a digit in a number goes back to hundreds, tens, and ones. If I look at the 1, what is the place value of the 1 in the hundreds place? I would allow a student to answer. Absolutely, it's 100. High five. So what would the value of the 5 be? Can anyone tell me the value of the 5 in the tens place? And I would allow another student to answer. Absolutely correct. Good job. Nice work. So 50 would be the value. Now the number, the digit there is 5, but we know because it's in the tens place that it's worth 50. That is the place value of it. All right, let's look at our next vocabulary word, the value of something. Not to be mistaken with place value. Place value is the hundreds, tens, and ones and how much they're worth there. But value is something, if you go to the store and you buy a certain video game, and however much you pay for it is the value of it. It's how much it's worth. So anything you can buy from the store, the value of it is what you paid for it, how much it costs. So the value, something is how much something is worth. Difference. This is the most important vocabulary word on our list. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Everyone stand up and jump while you say it. The answer to a subtraction problem. All right, let's say it again. The difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. All right, so we know, everybody sit down, please. We know that the sum is the answer to an addition problem from our last topic on adding. So the difference is what we're going to find today when we subtract two-digit numbers. So subtraction, difference. Addition, sum. All right, let's take a look at some problems now. All right, we'll take a look at 74 minus 27. Now we know that when the value on the top is more, we don't have to do anything. We can go ahead and subtract. However, when there's more down here on the floor, we have to, let me hear it, go next door and get 10 more. So let's do that. We're going to cross out both the 4 and the 7. And the reason I ask you to do that is because I don't want you to forget that you have to do something to this number. So cross out the 4 and the 7, and we're going to take a 10 from the 7. So if we take one away from the 7, that's going to make it a 6. And we're going to give one 10, because that's the tens place, to the 4 and make it a 14. So remember last week when we would take our rod, our tens rod, away from the tens and give it to the ones and break it up into ones, we had 14 ones if we took one away and added it to the 4. That's what we're doing here. So 14 minus 7, we can go ahead and subtract. That would be 7. And 6 minus 2 would be 4 for an answer of 47. Let's try another one. All right, let's look at the number 62 minus 19. I'm going to try not to write too big. I'm a big writer. I write really big. All right, so let's look at the top, look at the floor. The 2 on the top, is there more on the top or more on the floor? There's more on the floor, so we need to go next door and get 10 more. So we're going to cross out both numbers. Remember to do that so that you remember you have to do something to this one. We're going to take a 10 away and make this one a 5 and give it to this side and make this a 12. See, we put the 10 in front of it, so it makes it 12. So 12 minus 9 is 3. And 5 minus 1 is 4. And our answer is 43. All right, let's move on. Let's repeat our learning target one more time. I will be able to use place value to subtract 2-digit numbers. All right, moving on. Let's do our subtraction wrap very quickly. Everybody get your rapping voices on. Ready? Here we go.
Oh, go!
More on the top.
More on top.
No need to stop.
No need to stop.
More on the floor.
More on the floor.
Go next door.
Go next door.
Get 10 more.
And get 10 more.
Number is the same.
Number is the same.
Zero's the game.
Zero's the game.
That's our wrap.
And that's a wrap.
How to subtract.
And how to subtract. Pose.
Great work. All right, so let's do one together. We're going to do 52 minus 31. So get your whiteboards. You should have them right beside you. You know that at the beginning of math, you should always have your whiteboard and your dry erase with you. If you don't have a whiteboard, grab your piece of paper and pencil. You should have them right beside you. All right, so 52, make sure that you write your numbers carefully. You can't write them all on one side. You only can put one digit per place. So tens gets a digit and ones gets a digit. Minus 31. So let's look at this. Is there more on the floor or is there more on the top? And I would allow a student to answer. There's more on the top, so there's no need to stop. So let's go ahead and subtract. We don't need these boxes. You don't have to do anything in them this time because there's no regrouping. So 2 minus 1 equals, yell it out, please. Absolutely, 1. And 5 minus 3, yell it out, please. Equals 2. Good job. All right, let's look at the next one. 67 minus 48. Write it down on your whiteboard, please, or your piece of paper and pencil. All right, so let's take a look. Is there more on the top or is there more on the floor? Aha, I would allow a student to answer right here. Absolutely, kiss your brain. There's more on the floor. So what does that mean we have to do? Everyone show me. Go next door and get 10 more, right? So let's cross out both numbers. And we have to take one away from the 6, so that makes it what? Yell it out, please. If you know the answer, yell it out. Correct, 5. And then we would give the 1 to this side, the 10 from this side, and then make this a 17. Now we can subtract. 17 minus 8 is, yes, absolutely, 9. And 5 minus 4, everyone yell it out, please. 1. Our answer is 19. Great job, guys. Give yourself a big pat on the back and say, good job, self. Great work. All right, on this part, this is where I would have the students, I would partner them up in breakout sessions and I would have them work on this problem. So this problem is actually in their text and they have it in front of them with their workbook and they would have to solve this problem with a partner and I would pop into each group and make sure that, check for understanding and make sure that they had the correct answer. We would then go on to independent practice and I would release them to do their own independent practice. After the independent practice, there is a exit ticket that they would be working on. So they would have to turn this into me. I would go over it and make sure that it was correct, and then we would go over it before the next lesson the next day. So we would take this and go over it so that they could check for, I would have graded it, but they have to redo their problems so that they can get more practice. And then small groups would take place. Um, so small groups, I would make sure that my students that need extra time would be given extra time. They're also given extra time to turn in the exit tickets and the independent practice. Also, the students who need a little extra teacher time would be meeting with me every day, and then an extra morning, 3 mornings a week. So that's how I usually work that out. And that's it.